So Larry from Otaku Asemble posted a video a little while ago about women and compliments and sort of his own personal experience with paying women compliments and how women treat them. And he asked for the female perspective on the issue, so I'm going to be that female perspective on the issue. I think something that a lot of guys don't realize is that for women, we start going through puberty around 10, 11 years old. I mean, I know I started puberty when I was 11, and by the time I was 12 years old, I was a C cup. And at that age, you have these young girls who go out and just want to, like, have fun, you know. It's hot outside, they want to wear a tank top, they want to wear shorts, and all of a sudden, because they have started growing these things out of their chests, guys, and not just boys their own age or, like, you know, teenagers, grown men start looking at them in a certain kind of way. And that happens from the age from 12 or 11 up until you're an adult. And you have to deal with guys looking at you all the time in a suggestive way and kind of having to deal with, you know, those sort of compliments. I mean, how many times have you guys even seen on my videos when I wear a low-cut shirt like the one I'm wearing now, all everyone ever compliments on is how my boobs look and that they're big or whatever kind of, you know, compliments they're trying to pay me. And I'm supposed to be flattered by them just because, you know, oh my god, male attention, oh my god, so exciting. And it's not the case. And the thing about it, I don't know how other people feel, but for me, when I give a compliment to somebody, it's either because, especially to a guy, it's either because A, I'm into them, or B, they're my friend. You know, he mentioned about his classmate, like, if you and that classmate have never spoken at all, and the first thing that you do is compliment her, you know, in a flirtatious way, she's gonna be a little, like, defensive about it because, like I said, you don't know this person, you know, they're doing it because they're into you, kind of. You're kind of like, well, what do you want? Like, what are you after? Like, why are you paying me these compliments? And it's like, I feel like there's kind of this mentality of, like, for guys and girls too, because we have that same thing. Like, guys have that whole nice guy thing, and girls have the whole, you know, Taylor Swift mentality, you know, girl with glasses. Is like, because you are nice to someone and you are not an asshole, somehow that means that every time that you're nice to someone of the opposite sex, they should be with you. Like, I don't understand that. Like, when I like a guy, you know, I don't think that because I like him and I have a nice personality that he should be climbing down my doorstep trying to get with me. That I'm entitled to him because I'm nice and I'm a good person. You know, I don't understand that mentality and how so many guys are just like, oh, girls just want a guy who's, you know, a roughneck or a thug or whatever. Like, no. She just doesn't want you. And it's like, you have to get us out of this concept of thinking that we deserve, that you deserve us or that we deserve you. No, people deserve each other. We're not trophies and you're not trophies. You know, you should not think that because you give a girl a compliment, she should be happy that she has your compliment. Because you don't know what this girl is about, especially when it's just about her looks. Like, you know, no one ever compliments me, like, when they just see me about anything else but my looks. After I say something really cool or interesting, it's not like, oh, you know, girl, that was really good what you just said right there. Not like that. So, oh, you look real nice, you know. And I don't care about that, you know. I mean, sure, there's a certain way because I feel good about me. I'm not doing it to get anyone else's attention but my own. And when I do, you know, I own that shit. Like, I got big tits. I got big tits. They're mine. I own them. They're mine. I don't care if you're looking at them because they're mine. You aren't entitled to this, you know. And it's not fair that, you know, when you look a certain way, you're going to get more attention whether or not it's about you or not. Like, sometimes, you know, when people compliment me on my boob size, I think the only reason they're interested in me is because of my boob size. Not because of my personality, not because of, like, anything else about me, but because of that. And that already leads to my own insecurities about my own body shape. Because you think because I have big boobs, I'm confident about the way I look? No, it should be easier, but it's not. And just like, you know, guys, when you have dated a bunch of girls, done the same thing, you get tired of them, you bitch out. Same thing with girls, you know, it's the same thing, different gender. You know, you date enough assholes, you get angry, you get like, oh guys sucks. All guys want are, you know, a slut, a whore who they can date. All girls want the guy who beats on them, wants to know like 6 kids or whatever. Like, no, okay, stop. Because you're just dating the wrong fucking people. You know, if every girl you date leaves you for some roughneck, you know, and you like, why should you like that? Then why are you looking at that type all the time? Because that's the thing too. People have this certain type and expectation of what they think they deserve. Like, because you like a certain type, you feel like you deserve that kind of woman or you deserve that kind of man. And therefore, when you have that kind of person and they keep fucking you over, you get pissed at every other person in that gender pool without thinking, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one who's fucking up and picking the wrong fucking people. It's not the entire gender that's being all crazy like. Just the other summer, you know, I get yelled at by my parents because I went outside. It's the middle of the summer. It's hot as hell. I went out to go pick up the delivery because the guy, we ordered Chinese food. Went to go pay the guy the money, get the food, and I got yelled at because I was wearing a not a tank top, but like a gray wife beater and shorts and like flip-flops. No, I was barefoot. I was wearing shorts and a long wife beater, and like my wife beater came down longer than my shorts did. And my dad was yelling at me saying like, don't go such like that, you know, where you have no clothes on, all this kind of stuff. He was looking at you. Why am I in trouble because he's looking at me? Why is it my fault that I get looks when I'm just trying to go outside and get some damn food? Am I supposed to wear a sweater every day because you are uncomfortable with the fact that people are going to look at me? Like, it makes me uncomfortable too, but I cannot live my entire life trying to stop people from looking at what's there. I get it. It's hard to, you know, understand what the other gender is thinking. That's kind of what I think is part of it too. You know, you're not entitled to get anything from us just because you give us a compliment. Two, just because you give us a compliment does not mean that we're supposed to like it. Just because you give us a compliment does not mean that we should be into you or like you back. You know, that's not fair to us. And if it was vice versa, it wouldn't be fair to you. Just because I give you a compliment does not mean that you should be with me. And I think you just gotta understand, like, you know, don't expect things from people. People are not there for you to win or to, you know, to have just for the sake of having. You know, when you meet a girl and you like her, talk to her, and you can pay her compliments after you've been knowing each other for a while. But if you just know the girl and you don't even talk to her on a regular, why should your compliments mean anything except to be a come on? And she has the right to not be into you. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you give her a compliment and she dismisses it because she doesn't like you, you should not be like, oh, she's a bitch because when another guy gives her a compliment, you know, and he's better looking, that it's her being a fault. Like, no. She has every right to not like your compliment. And for whatever reasons that it is, even if she's superficial or whatever, it's her fucking reasons. And don't act as though like if some, you know, girl who you find ugly or unattractive comes up to you and gives you a compliment that you don't be like making your own Joneses right back at her. It's the same thing. It's not anything complicated or different.